Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Wednesday. This is the finale of season 1. Hopefully guys have been enjoying it so far, and if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode we started with the funeral. Yes, it was the mayor's funeral. Last episode somebody tried to kill him and then successfully done it on their second attempt. He was ran over the first time and then somebody snuck into his hospital room at the night and unplugged his ventilating machine, and obviously he died. So it's here, his funeral at the start. As Wednesday was saying, somebody here who's actually come to the funeral will be the killer. Now, we've seen a person hiding behind a tree dressed in all black, and Wednesday chased him. We was wondering, is this the person? He dropped down from the tree, she pulled out like a blade. It turned out to be Uncle Fester. Yes, that is the first time we've seen him this season, and he's on the run from the police, and he was just stopping by. Now, obviously, he's having a conversation with Wednesday, talking about the monster because he loves the chaos, and, you know, he pretty much revealed that he kind of knew what it was. He was saying that he acquired information from an old journal / diary that was kept in the school safe down, you know, in that secret library that they've been going to, and with the help of Thing, he managed to crack the code, crack the case, and get the get the diary out. Now Wednesday's reading through it and she's realized that not only is there a monster, but there's somebody who's actually controlling it. Teen Wolf kind of vibes, Jackson, you know, Gerard, Kenema sort of stuff, where obviously you've got a monster going out doing all the dirty work, then you've got like a person here who's kind of instructing it to do it. But the thing is, in Teen Wolf, Jackson didn't know he was actually doing all of these crazy actions and didn't know that he was the shapeshifter. And now I'm thinking that we did find out who it possibly was in last episode, but I'm thinking they don't know they're doing it, me. I feel like someone's actually controlling them without them knowing, and that's going to be interesting to see who the second person is, because all episode we've been pointing fingers, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? Like, they went to the Gates mansion, she was searching, she found the car that obviously ran over the mayor. They've been in there, they've been attacked by the monster. You know, Xavier's turned up a few times, she's trying to point the finger at him. Do you know what I mean? She's still stressing out. She still thought it was him last episode. She's gone there. You know, she's pointed the finger at the therapist. She thought that she was working with Xavier. Turns out it was totally wrong, mate. After she accused her and she got a backup, Wednesday left and she was killed. So that struck her right out of it. Then she's gone and she's you know, she's accused Xavier to the sheriff, and they've gone and they've arrested him. So then he's been taken away. And then when Wednesday actually went to go and speak to Tyler, and, you know, they had the date earlier on in the episode that was interrupted by the sheriff because he was looking for Uncle Fester. They nearly kissed, and she went there to kind of get the second chance at the, you know what I mean, like the second bite of the pie, the second bite of the cherry. She went there, she actually said she's open to be being more than friends. Do you know what I mean? And she went over, she gave Tyler a kiss, and then boom, vision happened. She's seen it all play out. She's seen the therapist get slashed. She's seen the camera turn, and she's seen the monster morph back into Tyler. She's ended up panicking and running away. So she didn't express what she saw to him, and he didn't actually, like, kind of seemed not like concerned that she found out he was the monster, but he was kind of concerned about the situation. So this is where I'm thinking that his dad's controlling. I'm thinking the sheriff's controlling Tyler, me. Tyler doesn't know what's happening. I also think it's interesting that the sheriff gets his back up so much about his mum, and I'm thinking that Tyler's mum is the Gates daughter, the one that's actually come back or whatever. I feel like she's part of that family anyway, and it's the dad that's, you know, a husband that's trying to enact the revenge for the family from the supernaturals, what happened to him in the past. So that's my theory. That's where I concluded up to it into last episode, so I'm excited to see if it plays out today. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump in to the finale of season 1 of Wednesday.
Dang, give me your note. Is this a date?
It's a surprise. When I came to Nevermore, romance was the last thing on my mind. But when you kissed me, you opened my eyes, and suddenly it all made sense.
You don't think...
I don't think. I know. On Outreach Day, I told you I was visiting the old meeting house. The night of the Raven, you overheard Eugene and me discussing your case.
I clocked that one. I clocked that one.
Wounding yourself that night at the Gates mansion.
I said that as well, did I?
Misdirection.
Okay, stop. Do you know how insane you sound right now? Okay, I don't know what kind of sick joke you're playing, Wednesday. but I'm out.
You're gonna stay? Yeah, mate. Mate, you can't compete against a siren, can you? Literally, you can't. But that's interesting. Wednesday's gone through the observations that I went through as well. I mean, I never clocked at the first one where she was saying, where he first turned up when he overheard them speaking. But I definitely clocked the one with Eugene. And I definitely said as well that as soon as the monster appeared in the house where they was, I said, we haven't seen him and the monster in the same room. And then I even went so far to say that, would it be crazy for him to actually scratch himself to make it look like it was real?
Welcome back.
What's with the chains?
Don't ask me questions. Your father fell in love and married an outcast.
Fine, my mom was an outcast. That doesn't make me a monster.
According to her personal medical records, her postpartum depression triggered her condition.
My mom had severe bipolar disorder.
We both know that's a lie. She was a hide.
I'm not the monster.
You are.
You're basing all this off some vision you had after we kissed?
Don't worry, I won't leave a mark.
I'm out. I didn't sign up for this. Let's go to WOES, explain everything.
Weems won't help.
Hey.
When I press him on his mother or any sensitive issue, he snaps.
There's a female involved. I forgot about that one.
Sheriff Galvin, we have a problem.
The body parts in the basement of the Gates mansion. What was she collecting them for?
Get away from my son! Drop it!
You know what? I've been suspecting the sheriff, right? But I totally forgot that there was a female involved. I thought it was the therapist, but it's not. Back to the teacher now.
Galvin isn't pressing kidnapping charges.
Wednesday, wait. I need to talk to her, Dad. She was my friend. We're in a police station. What's gonna happen? What does it feel like?
What does what feel like?
To lose.
It does know it's him.
You know, first, I'd wake up naked, covered in blood. But over time, I started to remember the sound of their scream. And fear so primal, I could taste it.
It's decent, actually. I thought he was going to play it like he didn't know what was going on, but he does. Jackson all over again. I'm back on the teachers again.
Quid pro quo for Sheriff Galpin not pressing charges is your immediate expulsion from Nevermore. I admire your ability to be your own person and trust your own instinct. Your actions have put me in the school in an impossible position.
He confessed everything to me.
I wish I could believe you. You'll be on the afternoon train tomorrow. I'm sorry Nevermore didn't work out for you Wednesday.
The thing is, though, right, it's not as if she's chatting shit, is she? Like, she's very close on a lot of situations.
Glad you were getting some action while I was falsely accused.
This isn't about us, Savior.
No, it's about you. Every time you get involved, people get hurt.
Tyler warned me that something bad was coming. I
No,
think that this
you've already
might
shown
be
me
it.
that. I don't care. That can't happen if you're not here. Leave!
I can't believe I'm actually gonna miss your creepy, lifeless eyes waking me up every morning.
Anytime I grow nauseous at the sight of a rainbow or hear a pop song that makes my ears bleed, I'll think of you.
I've learned so much from you. People spend their entire lives pretending to give 0 Fs, and you literally never had an F to give. And good note, I got a text from Eugene's mom. He woke up last night. I'm going to miss our makeup tutorials. And you better keep sending me moisturizing tips. Stay in touch, okay?
I'm so glad I caught you. What oleander? One of nature's deadliest.
It also symbolizes destiny.
This time I'm personally escorting you to your train.
Maybe you can say who you saw in the woods. Do you know what I mean? Blowing up the cave.
Wednesday, I heard you visited me all the time.
Don't ever mention it again.
That night in the woods, someone set fire to that cave. I just saw someone wearing black. And those boots. Explosion of light, and I saw that they weren't black, they were red.
Yes! She was my suspect from the first time she clicked her fingers.
You can drop the act, Laurel. Should have known it was you.
You do need psychiatric help. Can't throw out wild accusations without consequences.
I know your father kept tabs on all the outcasts in town. So I assume he told you all about the Galpin family secret when you were just a girl.
Ugh, that's enough. Tyler, honey, make Mama happy and shut her up.
If you only hate outcasts, why is he killing normies as well?
They're just pawns in a bigger game.
Heard enough?
Oh, that was fucking good. That was good.
Probably still at the station.
Oh, how have they not seen that? She had it in her hand loads of times, did she not, just then? Oh, she smoked her off, mate. Didn't expect that. Didn't it? She's going for it. Look, right, I mean, I'm not being funny, but if you're confronting somebody trying to get a confession, you have a tape on you. Do you know what I mean? You're all wired up like the police. You get your phone on the go. Somebody there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because that was very clever what they just done there. I totally forgot that she could shapeshift, and I thought that was going to work really well. But, like, I am sure she was holding that blue syringe in her hand for a while. Now, obviously, she's going to use it. I'm surprised that they didn't see that come in. Do you know what I mean? And how fast was it? What did they call it? The nightshade poisoning or something? I know it happened to well, is it her brother? You know, the one that hit himself in the flashback when we seen Wednesday's dad fighting him and then Marissa killing him. But, do you know what I mean? That's worked rapid, mate. As soon as it went into her neck, a couple of seconds, foaming at the mouth, gonzo. So Principal Weems is dead. Now, obviously, Wednesday's been hit over the head. It's interesting. I suspected her all the way, to be fair. Up until, you know, I seen the therapist getting in the car, but that was because I kind of suspected that it was Xavier, and it kind of led me on there. So I'm not going to take any wins for it, but she was my first suspect. Do you know what I mean? Like, always go with your first hunch. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, did I say... Do you know what, right? My first two hunches might have even been those two. It might have literally been that teacher and Tyler. I think it was. But then I've been round the whole block, so I'm not going to take credit. Always go with your first hunch, man. Always right.
Eugene, how are you?
Have you seen Wednesday?
Principal Weems and her went and confronted Miss Thornhill, but I haven't heard a peep from either of them.
Okay, Ajax and I will go check out the conservatory.
What's he doing in your room?
He fancies it, doesn't he?
Tyler and Thornhill took her? Where? Crackstone's crypt, what the heck?
I've gotta go. Wednesday's my only friend, and if she's in trouble, I've gotta help her.
Kind of a deja vu thing we got going on, huh?
Except I won't cry and whine like a child.
Joseph Crackstone was a visionary dedicated to protecting normies from outcasts until his life was cut short by your ancestor, Goody Adam.
You're the one that stole the original from Pilgrim World.
It wasn't enough for Goody to kill Crackstone. She had to curse his soul, too. Goody sealed Crackstone in his sarcophagus. Only one of her direct descendants can open it.
You are the
A
key.
living descendant.
Yeah, she knows how to pick locks. Hey, that looks pretty good, that, doesn't it?
You will suffer the same fate you bequeathed me.
Oh,
Sweet dreams, Wednesday.
that little bit of taunting as she leaves.
You're here to take me to the other side. Listen, Crackstone must be stabbed through his black heart.
Is your spectral vision impaired? I'm dying.
You're nervous. It's a powerful talisman. It will allow me to pass through you and heal you. Just know, once I do, you will never see me again.
At least it gives some explanation in it, how she's going to survive. At least they've told us.
You tracking your little monster?
You shut up.
Hey, what about me?
Danger is on its way. No time to delay.
Follow me. Come on, faster.
They're OP them, aren't they? I'd do that to everyone, me.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! It's happening!
Yes. I wanted to come save the day, mate.
Girl said you were dead.
I'm feeling much better now.
Yes, he did. Hey, she looks sick.
I need to get back to the school.
I can't tell you how I've longed for this moment.
Silence, woman! Be gone.
Before we go into the craziness, because I'm hoping it pops off, I'm really happy that Enid wolfed out. She done it when she decided she wanted to do it. I mean, she didn't control it, but like her mum was trying to force her to camps. She just let it rock, mate, until it was her time. And she looks so good, mate. And I like how she's still got the colour in her hair. And I've got to say, I hope you, yeah, stay consistent. You know what I dislike in every show? I don't care if it's my favourite character or if it's someone that I dislike. Agendas. I.e., you want to take people out, you want to take the baddie out, you want to take the baddie out, and then when soon as the baddie becomes it's part of your family, different. Double standards. They're no longer getting taken down. I want you to find out that Tyler is the person that's going around killing people and he needs to be arrested. He does. Because you know why? Because he's a bad guy. But it's not going to happen, is it? He's going to try and play his little, oh my God, he's my son. Maybe lean this way, lean that way. Try and bend the laws. No, mate. Be how you should have been. You was trying to do it to Xavier. Give the full force to your son. But also, it always happens in terms of the teacher. She brought Crackstone back. You don't care about her. It's the same as Wormtail bringing back Voldemort. Oh, you're going to give me my hat. Silence, Wormtail, yeah? Go over there. I'm coming. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't care. Nobody cares that you resurrected them. Once they're here, they just disregard you.
Tyler.
Oh, he knows it's him. Go on, Enid, mate. She's fucking dominating it. I'm loving it. Oh, if you have to run off now, go and run off. You've done a good job. The thing is, Tyler knew what he was doing. It's not as if he was possessed. He acted all episode. He was gloating. Hey, I am proud of you, Enid.
How canst thy heart still beat? What demons?
Oh, he's going to fling back at him. We yanked it right out. Throw at him. Oh no, it's not, it's Bianca. Stabbed.
I might not get to kill all the outcasts, but at least I'll get to kill you.
She the queen bee? They're protecting her.
Bitch.
Yes, Eugene. What we're saying, are we smoking her off or what? We're killing her. Oh, she's got a kick to the head. I thought she was going to get a stabberoo. Do you know what I mean? Oh, she's got a hug. Interesting. Wonder if she gets that work published, innit? She said she wanted to do it before the age of the person who'd done Frankenstein.
I hate to admit, but I am gonna miss Principal Weems.
And she died for the one thing she truly loved, this school.
Yeah, I acknowledge that.
We're getting that fencing title next year, but don't let killing one supernatural pilgrim get to your head.
What are you gonna do with her mum? Like, what story is that gonna play further into it?
I hear you're a free man now.
All charges dismissed. Being your friend should come with a warning label. Welcome to the 21st century, Adams. My number's in there already.
Hope you're not expecting me to call you.
I'd settle for a text, though. Hey, you gonna be back next semester?
Obviously, have you seen how many hits the show's got? Decent.
Maybe
Not
this
exciting.
vacation will be more interesting than I imagined. I know the suspense is killing you.
You know what? That's really interesting. It kind of reminds me of Isaac from Team Wolf. He does that Tyler. I don't know why. Not that he transformed into a big wolf or anything, but you know, I thought it was good this episode. I enjoyed it. As the season progressed, it did get better as well. You know, I've got to say, as the episodes went on, the episodes got better, which is actually what I would like. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to hit a bang, mate, in episode 1, then you start watching it and it starts deteriorating. You know, you don't want all the good stuff happening to hook you, and then obviously you watch it and it gets like worse. Kind of like when you watch a film. Do you know what I mean? You've seen the trailers, all the action's been there, and then you watch the film and you've just seen it all already. They put everything into the trailer, but you know, they didn't full on jump out in episode 1 and start revealing who the person is, and it kept the mystery going all the way up until the very end. And that is one bonus that I would say about this whole show. Now, I do believe that my first 2 hunches was the 2 people that it turned out to be, the teacher with the glasses and Tyler. I suspected them 2 at the very start. I did go around the whole houses, you know what I mean? I was blaming everybody. I was pointing fingers all over. I'm not going to claim everything, but sometimes, you know what I mean? You have to go with your gut instinct, and I should have just gone with it and then just sat on that for the rest of the season, and then it would have looked amazing, do you know what I mean, when we got to the very end. But no, I've been around, I've accused everyone. I was even considering doing Enid at one point, do you know what I mean, because I don't trust nobody. And speaking of Enid, do you know what, right, I'm really happy that she transformed in today's episode. She wolfed out. You know, she was an unsung hero here. She come and she attacked him and obviously knocked him out, and you know, I'm really happy that it happened when it did happen, to be honest, because, you know, she's kind of been judged that she's not really fully transformed, and her mum has kind of been treating her different. Do you know what I mean? She's been trying to send her to, like, camps and stuff. And, you know, I liked how her dad was like, do you know what? You just be you. Do you know what I mean? Be yourself, and hopefully one day it happens, and it has. Now, again, I thought it was interesting that, you know, Tyler did actually get sent away and strapped up, and his dad did hand him in, and that's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of shows that I was saying before that somebody's like, right, this is going to happen to this people, going to catch him, they're getting done for murder. They're definitely getting done. What do you mean it was my son that done it? We can't have him down for murder. Do you know what I mean? Can we get him out? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people are not consistent. And like, I like how whatever he was going to do, he actually done it. And I thought that he might have played a bigger part into it, to be honest. His mum was a factor all season. We kept talking about his mum. You know, even he was listening to the phone and the therapist talking about every time he brought it up between Tyler when he was in the sessions, it kind of got him on the edge and stuff. Now, is it the fact that his mum was just in the picture that was in the same class/fencing team as Wednesday's mum? Is that the whole reason why she was kind of like introduced? Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I always wonder, like, why do we introduce like a character if we don't like utilize them much, or we don't like fully go forward with them? And it's like Bianca, her mum was dropped in, and like she was like, mate, you've got till the end of the week and then you're coming with us. You know, I've just been married, I'm losing my siren song, I need you. And she was like, nah. And then obviously she was like, right, I'll do it at the end of the school year instead. And then after that, we're done, mate. Don't want nothing to do. What's that? Like, why was that introduced? How did that play a part in the story? Like, that guy who's the son of the mayor who died, he was introduced a couple of times. He's been in like 4 or 5 different scenes and, you know, been the instigator of a couple of like situations that, you know, pretty good, to be honest. Wednesday's first fight, Wednesday saving Eugene. That was why, like, when their friendship kind of started blossoming, and obviously they threw the paint at the Raven dance, which was a great episode. It's just smashing all over TikTok. Everybody's replicating those dances now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why was he involved in it? Why has he started to become like, I don't know, friendly, show some interest in Bianca? Why did he have the siren bracelet or whatever? It's like, you know, are they going to play further down into next season? Somebody's stalking Wednesday still. It's still happening. So somebody in the school, you know, I'm assuming is separate to, you know, is separate to this situation that's going on. He's stalking. It's kind of like A from Pretty Little Liars. To be honest, watching this show, it reminds me of other shows. I'm surprised that, like, people, it's like, it's got hints of like Pretty Little Lies in. Prince of Teen Wolf in, you know, it also reminds me of Sabrina a lot as well. I feel like it's not copied anything, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff that they can hit and a lot of factors that like does well for Wednesday, because they've took aspects of all these popular shows that everybody's really enjoyed and smashed, you know, watching it for like tons of seasons and pulled them all in to an interesting character. Do you know what I mean? You can tell that people like it because, like I said, it's Netflix's most watched hours in an English speaking show, smashed the records. And then Wednesday herself, Jenna Ortega, she had like 9 million Instagram followers. She's got like 20 now. Do you know what I mean? She's gained like 10, 11 million in the space of like 11 days. So you could tell how much it's hit off. And I do think it's pretty good. And I do think it does deserve a season 2, especially how they ended it on a cliffhanger as well. They must have known that they was going to make one. But I reckon they'll be surprised at how good it's hit off. That, you know, they might make it into more series than they initially expected. Okay, and that's going to conclude the first series of Wednesday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it on the channel, and hopefully you guys went over to the Patreon, because like I've been saying all season, for every video that does come onto the YouTube, the full episodes are available free in the description below. So if you've missed it on season 1, when season 2 comes out, which is definitely going to happen, they're going to be there, so come and enjoy it. So who's your favourite character of the season? To be honest, obviously Wednesday's the main character, and I really enjoyed her. You know, I like to miserable situations, and I also like to quirky comments, and every time like somebody tried to make a reference, she tried to like change it into some sort of like, I don't know, stabbing action or something. Do you know what I mean? It's well-rounded. Well, actually, I like my knife sharp so I can stab somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, she always tried to make it like that into sort of like a threat, a situation. I did enjoy it. You know, when she was kidnapped and she was like, mate, like, it's terrible. Uncuffed myself 5 minutes ago. You're the reason why kidnappers get a bad name. That's why I actually thought, like, today's episode, when she was actually kidnapped and strapped upside down, that she might have actually complimented him. Like, do you know what? That's how you do it. A good job. You attack me, take me out, tie me up. I can't get, you know, out. This is a solid kidnapping, but she didn't even acknowledge it, to be honest. It's always that case as well, right? With, you know, with people that bring people from the dead, as I was saying with Wormtail bringing back Voldemort. Do you know what I mean? Like, they think that they're going to get bowed down and they're going to be almighty and grateful, and they're not even bothered, mate. They're like, see you later. I'm here now. Get him away. I'll kill you. Do you know what I mean? Straight away, she was like, do this, do that. He's like, quiet woman. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to do my own thing. I'll end up killing you. And she was like, oh, never meet your heroes, and like walked off. And then pretty much her whole season was kind of pointless, isn't it? Because obviously Crackstone lost. He was never going to win. That's obvious. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not bothered that that's actually happened. But like, her character just kind of like wasted. You know what I mean? Like, she's gone through and she's tried to go through with taking all these supernaturals out, and it didn't really happen. Like, the only person, she's killed a few people with the help of obviously using Tyler, but you know, this episode as well, she took out the principal, which I'm pretty disappointed with, actually, because I thought it was really good from Wednesday and her working together with the shapeshifting, confessing to the wrong person. I thought it was actually really smart and I liked it, but obviously, boom, stabbed in the neck. She got the nightshade poisoning, is that what they call it? And obviously died just the same way as like one of the Gates did back in the day when he was fighting, and obviously they blamed the Adams for obviously the death. So she's gone through all of this and then ended up not really getting anything out of it. She didn't even kill Wednesday herself. Do you know what I mean? I like how they actually used Goody as well, to be honest. They explained it, how Wednesday was actually kind of resurrected or survived the stabbing or whatnot. It was like, look, mate, I could pass through into you and I can, you know, like help you heal, but that's the last time. I'll give you the information how to defeat Crackstone, but you'll never see me again. And then obviously she comes, she saved her, she healed, she's gone. Bianca turned around and stabbed Crackstone in the back, but it didn't actually, you know, get him in the right place, and Wednesday's had to pick up the little shattered thing. Boom, mate, stabbed him in the heart and he did explode and die. Now, again, another little unsung hero of the whole season is Sting. He's been really, really good. I like his connection with Enid, to be honest. She's a great character. She's like, I think because you always see Wednesday in like a moodier phase, that like when you see somebody in a positive, happy one all of the time, you can see the two different sides. And it doesn't mean that I like the happy one better than I like the miserable one. I just feel like because it's so obvious that there's two different personalities, they both shine. Do you know what I mean? Both of them. And I take to both characters. I really like how Wednesday is this one, and I like how she's this one. And then Wednesday, when she leans over and actually like embraces it and does sort of like the friendly, happier friendship side, it's good. And then when obviously Enid turns over into the dark side, you know, like when she was saying, well, I kind of learned a lot from you, but it's kind of like breaking the laws and, you know, hurting people and bending the rules, you know, I like that as well, because it shows that they both, you know, like joining together. So it's good that they embrace with a hug at the end. And like I said, mate, Enid looked absolutely sick, mate, when she turned into that wolf, and she absolutely, you know, smoked him off. You know, he's had some experience killing him, hasn't he? He's been going around and been killing people, and she managed to defend him. And I like how she had like the two big fangs going down. She had like a little colour in her hair. Decent. Also, yeah, I thought that Tyler might not have known that he was the person going around doing the attacks. He was the hide. I was saying, obviously, the reference to Teen Wolf, that Jackson didn't really know, but he did, when he did end up finding out, didn't he? And he was still doing it, even when everybody was saying, like Styles and Scott, mate, you're the killer, you're killing people, you're going around, you're attacking everybody. Gerard wants to use you, you know, he wants to take out all the supernaturals, so to speak. Jackson was loving the power. He was loving the strength. He was loving, you know, going around and actually doing this. And it kind of seemed that that's what actually happened to Tyler. At first, he didn't know when he was used and manipulated. And he was kind of like wormed away in, didn't you? But then, obviously, he started to feel it, the power, the strength, and it felt good. And the confrontation between, obviously, him and Wednesday inside the police station was decent as well, because his acting changed from being, like, scared and like, oh, Wednesday, you okay? To like, mate, something's coming. And that was good as well, mate. His acting was good. And I like how we didn't just disregard him at the end of the episode, and he was just like disappeared after his dad found him. He was actually locked up in the car, strapped up, moving somewhere as he started transforming. So again, I'm excited to see obviously where we go and what we do with his story moving into season 2, and who's actually taking the pictures and sending it to Wednesday. It's really, really good. So that is going to wrap up season 1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.